Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. But yeah, man, your boy Boosie, man. I'm saying, man, I gotta let you do that one, man, because I know that's your boy.
That is my boy. I rock with Boosie heavy, man. And
Yeah.
Boosie's taking a lot of heat as of late because of his comments toward Dwayne Wade and how he is parenting his children. I don't even know how to identify the child because I don't know if I'm going to be taken as wrong. If I say something, so I'm going to be sensitive to all that, and I'm going to call that child Dwayne Wade's child and leave it at that. Yeah. Well, Bootsy, if you haven't noticed recently, has been working out. Brother's been in Planet Fitness. That's where he had his most infamous comment of, don't cut the boy's dick off.
Damn.
That's where he said that. And Planet Fitness had something to say. And I'm going to play what Bootsy said and then read his caption. Right. So then in the caption below, manager who was gay. I'm sorry. It's a shame I even feel uncomfortable saying that because I don't want to get in trouble. I can't even fucking say that. Refused to let me in Planet Fitness because of my past actions on social media about gender, etc. Do not support Planet Fitness. You put the address in there. They racist. They have roaches and they shower water. Don't get hot. Get out y'all feelings, little bitch. They got roaches. Bitch, you want to be. I ain't even gonna read the rest of that shit. Y'all see that up there in the caption.
Yeah.
I would like to put this on YouTube. But on all seriousness, oh God. What do you think about this shit, man?
Some people gonna agree with Boosie. Some people agree with him 100%. Some people say that in this sensitive day and age that he went too far from with his comments. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, you said that rant happened in Planet Fitness. Yeah. They took action. I'm sure they was getting backlash from that, from people who probably are that word and all those LGBTQs, and probably got that backlash to say, yo, you got to do something about this. And they acted on it.
Yeah.
And he responded the way he responded. And again, if this was like 25 years ago, none of this will probably be happening. But I think that now, since a certain group of people have moved the ball, the issue.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Move the issue, to a certain place that when people speak out about them, that what they consider slander or wrong, or they don't like it, they are going to push back, and this is their pushback. Boosie, he'll be good though, you know what I'm saying? But he kept using those words, he kept going on, and they're gonna do what they do, and when they come together, they form Voltron, they make stuff happen. So.
Here's what I don't understand though, right? Because
be careful.
I'm gonna be careful. I'm gonna tiptoe through the tulips. I'm gonna tiptoe. But you got a family who openly put their child out there to be a certain way in a day and age where good and goddamn well people are going to express their opinion if you put your business out there for them to fucking sit back and opinionate on, which is what people are doing. Now, what they're trying to tell people to do is give the same opinion or fall along the same line as what we're doing, or don't say shit at all because you're not allowed. It's a fucking America. Jackie allowed to say what he wants. He had a very strong opinion on what was going on. He didn't have a problem with the young man saying he was homosexual if he was homosexual. What he had an issue with is Gabrielle Union and D Wade going on this campaign saying, we had a son who now is our daughter. He's 12 years old. He's allowed to decide this shit. No, he's not. Because like I said, and fuck it, it's not going on YouTube. When this boy's 20 years old,
right?
If he realized to get into a situation where it's some real motherfuckers about this shit and he ain't about it, now you caught up in a situation where you got some sausage up in you and you wasn't ready for it.
Oh, man.
You ain't ready at 12 years old to make them certain types of decisions. Now, if you know that you won't like females at 12 or you want to explore it, talk about it. Cool, whatever. Because I knew at 12 I wanted some pussy. So I understand where you're coming from if you don't smell the pussy the way you need to at 12. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that this situation is a campaign. And I don't like, and D-Wade's one of my favorite fucking basketball players of all time, but I don't like how they're going about it, man. I just don't.
Yeah, it's like I said the other day, man. I don't know what to say about this shit, bro. I never dealt with no shit like this in my life. You know what I mean? People changing sex and stuff. So it's like nothing for me to really comment on. I don't agree with it. I think it's crazy, you know what I mean? But as far as Planet Fitness, I think he should sue them. You know what I mean? I think that Boosie should really push it. He probably won't, but push this to the point where pull him up for discrimination or whatever. Because, like you said, you can say what you want. But again, He's inside that private building. I don't know the laws. I don't know what they make you sign in that fucking disclaimer shit.
That's true.
When you sign up, you got to go back and look over that because you might not be able to, do shit like that. Just like on social media platforms, certain things, if you cross the line, you're violating their terms of service and they can kick you off their platform.
Well, I hope that whoever the individual was who kicked Boosie out crossed their T's and properly dotted their I's and went through procedure and didn't just catch feelings because he tapped your ass on social media and made you feel some kind of way and say you wasn't allowed him in here, because then you deserve to be fired. If he broke a rule or went across something that he signed, all right, that's different. But I don't know. He seemed pretty chill. He was joking. I don't even know if he put on the scene. He didn't seem that upset. You ain't see no scene in there. So,
but I mean, what he said, I mean, it was just some real nigga shit at the end of the day. Like, that's what I ain't gonna say most, but I think a group of people out there feel the same way that Boosie feels. You know what I mean? Like, yo, don't go that far with it. Give it some time, let it marinate. But if you go all the way right there with it, you may regret that shit in the future. I mean, like 12 years old and you 25, you might go, damn, I ain't want to do that. It's too late.
97% of those people feel the same way. It's only about 2% that will come out and actually say it in today's age because they know the backlash. Especially somebody with a following like Boosie, millions and millions of followers. He knows when he says that shit's going to every outlet. It's hitting every hip hop platform, every website. It's going viral.
Right.
He didn't give a fuck. He meant what he said.
Yeah.
And what I don't find fair in it, okay, you can agree to disagree if you want to, but how is he being deemed transphobic and that phobic and that phobic for having a difference of opinion? That's not cool, man. That's a very divisive and dangerous situation we playing right there when we ain't allowed to no longer have an opinion. We're supposed to just go with what the fuck they tell you and just be like, all right, cool. Nah, why?
Right.
So, I mean, never mind. I ain't even gonna go there.
Yeah, man. You already yellowed that one. It is what it is. Fuck it, man. Nah, man. But definitely, yeah, man. Another good show. I'm gonna save the Big Baller brand. We'll say that for tomorrow.
That's perfect. Fuck shit Friday.
One. Yeah, definitely get it in. We're gonna roast that motherfucker tomorrow. But yeah, man, it's a great show today, man. I hope that everybody listening to the podcast really enjoyed what we had to say today. And before you get out of here, don't forget to hit that 5-star rating if you're listening to the audio version of the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast today. But that's all I got on my side of the table, though, Sam, man.
I appreciate each and every one of y'all doing y'all thing out there, hitting that like button, hitting the notification bell, leaving comments, sharing the content. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like Ogai said, you can find us on all 3 of our YouTube platforms: Viral Hip Hop News, Hip Hop News Uncensored, The Uncensored Podcast, LLC. All of those in each of our description boxes. And of course, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets. We got the baddest goddamn podcasts out here. Ranked top 200 in podcasts of how many 850 billion podcasts we up in there doing our thing independently, self-made, self-owned.
Yeah.
We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Fuck shit Friday tomorrow. We're supposed to have a guest. Hopefully we still had a brother. If we don't, we're going to keep on rocking.
Absolutely.
Omar in the building.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Hopefully our soon-to-be intern. IT
is very important. Most major companies have a holding company with a separate board so that the assets are not interwoven into the actual company. So that way assets are allocated properly and you're protected from tax.
Brother's dropping it today.
He always does.
Yeah.
Brother Khan2 in the building. Aboriginal consultant. This brother's a beast, man.
Yeah.
So we in tax time, Brother Khan2, and for new business owners, this shit is a nightmare, man. It's a lot of mistakes that are being made with new business owners coming into new great wealth and not knowing how to properly write things off and things like that, how to properly hold receipts, go to their account with proper established information for them to start cutting up and getting some of these write-offs. Talk about some of the cardinal mistakes new business owners run into during tax time and some things to alleviate and combat those mistakes.
Bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is premium, and you need a financial team. You need a financial team around you. I know I had to learn to create what is called a mastermind. And a mastermind team is critical because you have groups of people, let's say me, you Sam, and you, oh God, we come together and we create a mastermind alliance and we work together for a common goal. And each of us are specialists. So we each do our specialty in order to accomplish a common goal. And that's normally what masterminds do in an alliance group. And you want to be part of those kind of groups as a business startup owner. And you want to create that financial team that consists of a bookkeeper, that consists of a CPA licensed accountant, and one that deals with a financial attorney, because you need those members of your team to delegate authority to. You're going to need a business plan, and a lot of people don't do that. They have the idea, but they don't put it on paper and express it fiscally so that it garnishes investment. Because 90% of large businesses are started with grants. They're not starting with credit or nothing like that. You hire a grant writer. That's another part of your team. So you want to hire this grant writer, you want to hire this bookkeeper, you want to hire this attorney, you want to hire the accountant. Now, when you got this financial team that you're the CEO of, it's all about sending them on specific duties, because the goal is to have employees. You're not a true entrepreneur until you have employees. When you're working for yourself, you're just self-employed. You own a job. But when you're an entrepreneur, what you're doing is duplicating your best self. So if I'm running Hip Hop Uncensored, I want 10 O-Gods and give me 6 Sams, and I'm going to have O-Gods and Sams doing the O-God and Sam thing. And as I replicate that and delegate the authority that's passed down from me, I start to automate that, where it starts to work automatically and organically. And then as I do that, I start eliminating things that I don't need, because my business is starting to take form and shape, and I can see my niche. And once you find a niche, you dominate your niche. You don't have to cater to anyone but the niche, because in a niche, you want competition. Scarcity and competition are the top elements in economics. So you want to endorse, let's say somebody trying to bite your style. They want to be O-God and Sam when they grow up, right? And they really like your style. No, please do that. Please, that, like 50 Cent would say, I love the haters. It makes me greater. Of course it does. Because all it does is market your brand and open up your genre and your market. Because as my mentor taught me, you're not going to be able to consult all 6 billion people on the planet, Kansu. Stop being all nervous about your competition. You just get your piece, what if you got 1% of 6 billion? Would you be mad if the other person got the other 2%? No, because you got 1% of 6 billion. So what are you tripping for? You eating and eating well. So when you understand the broadness of the business, you set yourself up to win. You always you work backwards. You work as a successful person, walk in your success, and then work backwards. Don't just hope and pray, do. Don't worry about failing. Don't worry about making critical mistakes. You have to make the mistakes in order to understand what works in business. You got to be willing to take some hits. When I first started in business, I lost my first client $25,000. I went to court. I was wrong. I didn't know what I was doing. I made some bad investments. I had to pay $35,000 back because I was fined in due diligence. But the judge told me, I'm proud of you. You stood up to what you did wrong. Believe me, you're going to appreciate this lesson. And today I do. I really do. I'm one of the top financial companies in the country.
Dope.
Turnover rate is awesome. But I had to make mistakes. I failed my way to success. And once you get the fear of the failure concept out of your mind and understand in business and finance, it is failure. That's what it's about. Your pain tolerance is the willingness. You got to be kind of crazy and maniacal. Like when you see a Michael and a Kobe, it's because they're not normal people. They don't think normal. They do sick stuff. They go and shoot 700 free throws. They go and shoot 300 more from the same spot over and over and over again. So you got to do things that the regular people just won't do. And it's not going to be comfortable. It's not going to feel good. Once you have the fundamentals, you just keep doing it over and over again, repetitiously. You don't stop.